Good morning, my friends. I have another stories that you might find interesting. Synchronicities. What are synchronicities? We all grew up thinking that everything is a coincidence. We've been taught that when something that we cannot explain, we call it a coincidence. But what if it's actually more than that? What if the so-called coincidences are much more, are like pieces of a puzzle that makes up a bigger picture? What if that once we set a goal in our minds, all start to playing out to make our goal becoming true, and the so-called coincidences are just pieces of the puzzle coming together so that eventually we can unfold the bigger picture that is the goal that we envision. So the so-called synchronicity was coined by Carl Jung, that basically realized long time ago that there is something more than what we call reality. There is something else that it's probably deep inside our subconscious. He believed that the subconscious redirect our lives, and when you're not aware of that, you call it coincidence. So I had so many synchronicity in my life, so many that honestly I even forgot a lot of them. But at the beginning, at the very beginning, I always thought to be just coincidence until some very big ones happened, and then I could not call it any longer coincidences. I already told those stories many times, but I would just say, like, I want to just tell like the few that shaped what then I slowly started to believe or understand about life. I would say probably the two biggest one, and the ones that set my journey in a different path, was when I met this schoolmate from high school once in Madrid for New Year Eve, the year after in Amsterdam, always during a New Year Eve period, and then before I left to Australia, I met him again after not seeing for a very long time, and actually after school, after high school, we never met. He lived in another town, and so for me to see him again was for the first time in Madrid, then Amsterdam, and then I met him again in town, where he saw me, he ran toward me just to tell me that he worked in Australia, he worked in a farm, and it turns out that this farmer he was working for to renew his second working holiday visa was my father's cousin, so my uncle. It's when I decided that I would go to work for this uncle, and then I met Kaori, and that changed my life massively in the right direction, as the rest of history. And the second biggest synchronicity that changed the way I looked at life was Bradley. I told this story so many times. I met Bradley in Sydney. He was an artist, a crazy man, alcoholic, very aggressive and violent, except with me. He ran away from the hostel after a fight with a French guy. I met him in the morning while I was taking a shit in the toilet, and he just popped in from the window. He popped out just from the window, shouting that he would take his revenge, except me, because he said he was a good guy. And then a few weeks later, I saw him in a gay bar during the Mardi Gras, the Gay Pride Day, and then didn't see any longer for a year and a half, only to see him, to meet him again after 1 year and a half, after I'd been in Bundaberg, moved to Perth, only to meet him again inside a hostel in Perth. Perth is 3 hours flight from Sydney, and he was in the same hostel where I was at the time. And then, like if it wasn't enough, a week later, he was the new cook in the cafe I was working when I met him years ago in Sydney. He was a piano artist. So that's I would say two of the biggest. I could go on and on and on with that. So this time is not about me. I was just a witness, and as I wrote in the post, what if maybe we are just witness of our own existence, like we are just looking at life unfolding, where there is nothing, no goal, no reason, no meaning, no purpose, nothing except for us to record, like as a witness, what's happening. Who knows? Everything is possible. We don't know. We just have beliefs that are shaped by our life circumstances. So the synchronicity I'm talking about today, it happened in London. I was working in a cafe. I go often to work in Whitechapel, and there was a new guy from Nepal. He's a uni student working part-time just for extra cash. Really nice guy. So we started to work. He was making filled croissants. He was giving his back to the public, so not seeing who was coming. Two guys, a guy, a girl, a couple came in, ordered the coffee, some food, and when he turned around, they were, surprised to see each other inside the shop. So they started talking Nepalese, no idea what they were talking about. They obviously knew each other, and then they got the coffee, the food, and left. When they left, the guy, looked at me and say, "You know what? This is the first time I see them since high school, years and years ago." So I told him, like, you didn't know they were in London. Like, I didn't know they were in London, and they didn't know I was in London. We just bumped each other now inside this coffee shop in Whitechapel Station. And, it's already like how cool it is. You are from Nepal, you work in a coffee shop. Two people from your country, from Amsterdam, I don't like to call it country, the land, because the country is just the humans made up. There is no countries, there are only lands where happen to be born. So the land you were born is miles away from where you are right now, and you meet people from your land that you didn't see for years, and you met them again miles away inside the Whitechapel Station in London. That's wonderful. Now, you can call it coincidence if you are not aware, or you can call it synchronicity and see a bigger picture. Up to you. My journey, as I told many times, every time I witness or experience a synchronicity, has two meanings. One is that I know my inner frequencies are higher. Two, I'm balanced, I'm in peace. And that's, for me, it's always a sign that I'm on the right on the right path in life. I like that with the light at the back. It makes me feel like I'm some sort of enlightened being. Where like I have a long way to go to become enlightened. So only when I'm in peace, balance, or my energies, my frequency is higher, I experience those synchronicities. Now I can say if it's, I can count the one I from other people, but definitely when it's happening to me, one is the minds. I know that I'm on the right path, and many times they are answers to goals that I'm trying to achieve. So they just basically set me on the right path, or they like when I get what I want, they always arrives with a lot of synchronicities. Again, this is when you are aware. Otherwise, you will call it coincidence, or you will call it being luck or being unluck. Now, as always, you don't have to trust me, and I don't care if you trust me or believe me. If you want to give it a try, you try for yourself, and then you see if it works, and then you can believe whatever you want. I know it to be true in my spiritual journey. So with this beautiful background, because I was planning to make a video at home in the calm and silence, but I thought there is no wind. The sea, it's calm and peaceful, and the light behind, wonderful. Again, I wish with all my heart that the clouds behind me are real and non made up, as if maybe the so-called real clouds, maybe they were made up as well. We don't know. What I know is that nowadays most of the clouds are not human. Are most of the clouds nowadays are made up. Obviously, for who has eyes to see, from people that has no intention to make us happier. So anyway, I don't want to get on that. I want to just enjoy this beautiful moment with this light coming from the backs, the sunrise. It's just beautiful. It looks like those pictures of angels saying, I'm definitely not one of them. Not yet. Have a good day, everyone. Namaste.